Welcome everyone to the Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. This is our weekly episode, Talk with Kevin, where we cover topics for all nursing fields with extra emphasis on emergency and critical nursing. Get ready for candid discussions that explore the vast landscape of nursing and beyond.
All right, welcome bitches to the Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. My name is Kevin. I'm your host. Hope you guys are doing all right. It's early morning here on a Sunday. I'm getting ready to start my IV class. So I hope you guys have a great weekend while I'm working. All right, so for this week's post, we're going to continue talking about the success principles, the book that I've been reading by Jack Canfield. It's called Jack Canfield's The Success Principles. We talked about in week one, taking 100% responsibility. Last week, we talked about why you're here. What's your story? Why did you choose what you're doing? This week, we're going to talk about decide what you want. And so I created a goal journal because, I never was taught how to set goals or make goals. I just kind of did shit as I wanted to. I still do, but I'm learning how to harness the energy that I have inside to better focus and make my dreams and goals a lot better and more successful than I ever had before. So this week, we're going to talk about the third success principle. So if you never got the book, I encourage you to get the book, Jack Canfield's The Success Principles. I encourage you to get it and listen to it, read it. Chapter 3, decide what you want. And so when you're talking about deciding what you want, you need to find clarity in nursing, in your healthcare, in your business, whatever it is that you want, you got to decide what it is. Because if you don't even know what you want, how can you build goals and dreams and, have a successful life? So, we're going to talk a little bit about what we did last week, but we're also going to bring it in and tie it all together. So, in today's episode, if you've been following all along, we're trying to build a foundation on what we've been doing with the success principles. Again, so I got to dry them out today because I got fucked up again. All right, calm down, Jay. All right, so today we're building on the foundation, and once again, we're drawing on the inspiration from the book, The Success Principles. How do you get from where you are to where you want to be? That's what you got to do. And you can't be afraid of change, right? So again, last week we decided that the question was, why are you here? Which is understanding your purpose, especially as a nurse, as a healthcare professional, as a business owner. But today we're going to go to the next step. Once you know why you're here, decide what you want, though. If you don't even know what you want, again, how are you going to be successful? So we're going to tie these things together. And we're going to make sure that we, because I created a little goal journal for you. Last week, I gave you a journal for gratitude journal. This week, I'm giving you a goal journal. So we also touched a couple weeks ago, like I said, on the first success principle, taking 100% responsibility for yourself, which is owning every part of your journey. You have to own it. Once you own it, once you know why you're here, now we can help you decide what you want. So in his book, Jack Canfield emphasizes the importance of getting clear on what you want in life. So a concept that translates perfectly into the nursing profession. We all know how demanding nursing can be, but having a clear goal, whether it's becoming a specialist or moving into management, where you want to improve your work-life balance, whatever it is, we're going to help try to keep you on track to meet those goals, right? So as we talked about, taking 100% responsibility, it teaches us that no one else can define your goals. You have to own that. It's about making conscious decisions in your career, learning how to train your subconscious to help those goals. Are you working where you want to be? Do you feel fulfilled in your role? Is there any, where does the power inside of you come from? You got to find it. So for instance, imagine a nurse who wants to transition from pediatric care to, maybe going to become a PACU nurse in adult world. Right? Or maybe you have a nurse who has an associate's degree. She wants to become a CRNA. You got to decide what you want. You have to do the research to find out what it is that you need to get there. Make a plan. Find a mentor. I always tell people, I'll be your mentor. I may not be the perfect mentor, but I'll be your mentor. And then once you know what you want, decide what it is that you're going to do, execute the plan, and commit to that decision. Right. So in healthcare leadership, the principles of deciding what you want is very crucial. So whether you're managing a team, running a clinic, you have to have clarity in your goals, because you don't want to drive your ship into the damn bridge like they did, back east and shit. But you got to make sure that you're passionate about it too. So we encourage you to define your goals with precision. You know, don't just say, I want $1 million. I want $1 million by January the 1st, 2026. Say that, write it down. There's nothing wrong with it. In my vision book, I got a check that I wrote for myself for $100 million. I put it on my book. I put it on my wall. I look at it every day. I put it a picture of there so Miss Pat can see it. There's nothing wrong with wanting that, right? But as you learn, you got to take full responsibility. So leaders must take ownership of the culture they create. You got to be clear about wanting more compassionate, patient-centered care work environment. That clarity will help guide your decisions. So as a leader, what kind of organization do you want? Did you write goals for your organization? Do your goals meet in line with the missions of your organization? But don't forget about your people, because we're still part of your organization. So you got to make sure that, you write down these goals, right? As a healthcare administrator who may want to decide, they want to focus on mental health support for the team. They got to set clear visions, take the necessary steps to implement those changes. And again, reflect on the teachings of Jack and be clear on your intentions. Take responsibility for what you're creating. Own it. There's nothing wrong with that. If you believe in your goals, you believe in what you want, and you decide that that's the road you're going to take, then own it. Good or bad, no matter what happens, own it. Don't blame other people. Don't blame the people below you, because it's your vision, it's your goal, it's your mission, if that's what you are as a leader. So you have to own that. So how do you set clear goals to drive your success? Many healthcare professionals, including those of you listening, are stepping into entrepreneurial roles, meaning you're owning your own business, whether it's starting a private practice, a clinic, a consulting firm, legal nurse consulting, aesthetics program. Decide what you want. That extends you too, right? You got to have a clarity in your goal for your business, right? Once again, you got to take 100% responsibility. If your business is not successful, your career is not successful, it's you who are making decisions that guide your career. Don't blame other people, right? So whether you're growing a practice like shark tooth dentistry, we went out to shark tooth dentistry. Those people are awesome. I love that doc, man. I love his doc. I love his family. I love the staff out there. They take responsibility, right? The staff takes responsibility. They all own it, and their business is thriving, and they're friendly. People love them. So you got to be clear about your business so you can make a difference. You got to be passionate about your difference. Think about a healthcare professional who wants to reduce their workload and spend more time with patients. By deciding this, they begin to automate administrative tasks, maybe look at tools that they can help, spend more time with your patients, find ways to charge a little bit more efficient so that way you can spend more time with your patients. All right. So Jack, the book, the success principles, it gives us a framework for getting clear goals. And then we want to share what we're practicing. So I want to share a few practical steps you can do for yourself. So step 1, reflection. Take time to honestly assess what you want in nursing, what you want in healthcare, what you want in business. Take time. Look at it. Visualize. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm working on an exercise now where you work with somebody else, you close your eyes, and they're asking you questions. What do you want? I want $1 million by January 1st, 2026. Feel it, smell it, hear it, put on some music. You got to visualize it, because not only do you set goals in writing, you got to visualize yourself being there. What does it look like when you reach your goal? There's nothing wrong with that. So visualize your techniques that you can use to achieve your goals. Define clear, measurable goals. So that's why in this the goal journal I gave you, I have all of this written down so that way you can just easily write it in. Doesn't cost you anything except for you to go and download the damn thing. Commitment. Make 100% commitment to the goals you've set. Own that process and take 100% responsibility, good or bad. You can always tweak your goals. You can always change your goals. You can manipulate them, what you need to do to improve them. There's nothing wrong with that. So again, to help you, I've created this resource. It's a, it's a goal for you. It's a little ebook. It's not only like maybe 15, 20 pages long, just repetitive. So that way you can use it again, right? So use these tools to begin your journey, to write down your goals, your vision goals, put in pictures, cut out pictures, put them on there, right? So let's remember how important it is first to take responsibility, then make sure that you take responsibility to learn why you're here. And the next step, make sure you understand. And once you understand that, decide what you want. Use a framework that Jack built, that I've been giving you some resources to help you, right? Go listen to the book so you get more excited. He's more excited than me and shit. So I challenge you this week, take some time to really think about what you want. Write it down in your nursing career, your healthcare role, your business. Write it down. Make it clear. I will lose 5 pounds by December 31st, 2024. Write it down. Put a little picture of somebody looking 10 pounds smaller if you want. Look at yourself. How do you feel? Write that down, right? Make it clear. All right. So once again, like I said, I want to give full credit to Jack Canfield. His amazing book, The Success Principles. I encourage you to download it, listen to it, use my resources, listen to me. We're going to help guide you and stuff. Does that make sense? You got to make sure that you have clear goals. Write your goals down. So if you, let me see, I'm going to go in my book here. I'm going to show you. I'll read a little bit before I leave you a rest and shit. So why are you here? Take a moment to reflect on why you became a nurse. Write down your purpose. What drives you to come to work every day? So I put in the book, my purpose as a nurse is to, what the hell is that? And then decide what you want in your career. What do you want to achieve in your nursing career? Be specific, whether it's gaining a new certification, moving into a leadership role, or improving work-life balance. Write the goals down. And in the next page, I gave you a little page there. In the next 6 months, I want to, that's a short-term goal. Your medium-term goal, 1 to 2 years. Within the next 1 to 2 years, I will. You can even be more specific than that, right? Be as specific as you can. Long-term goals in the next 5 years. 5 years from now is 2029. What are you going to be doing? I want $500 million by January 1st, 2029. And see it. See yourself rolling in the money. Go to the club, throw some money in the air. See it, feel it, smell it. The next page, I put personal goals. Decide what you want for your personal life. Balance is key. Write down goals that you want to achieve outside of your nursing career, whether it's spending more time with your family, starting a new hobby, prioritizing your health, right? So I wrote in there, in my personal life, I want to. That way you can use that. And now you got your action plan. So steps to achieve your goals. List the steps you need to achieve your goals, whether it's medium, short term, like that. Be clear about the actions you need to take. Write down resources you may need, and then seek out support. This is going to help you achieve your goals. And then write that down too. I will achieve my goal by such and such a date. And then keep track. The last page I put on there is how will you track your progress? Set milestones. How will you know when you're, how would you know if you're on track? So you got to write these things down, and you got to make sure that you're accountable, which is the last step. Who will hold you accountable, right? Find a partner, get them into it. Share your goals with someone who can help you hold on and be accountable. Write their name down. Write it there in the book. Write it down in each of your goals. Who's going to hold me accountable? And then I gave you 10, 15 pages of actual pages that you can write. And then this book is called The SMART Method: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Does that make sense? So you have all the resources. I'm giving you the resources to help you be successful, change the way you think, take responsibility, know why you're here, and decide what you want. All right, so I hope you keep joining us, because next week we're going to be doing the same thing. I'll tell you what we're working on next week here. Let me turn this down so I don't get yelled at and shit. But next week, I'm going to give a little music while we're going on the outs here. And there you go. I like that. Yeah. All right, so let's look at this here. Next week, we're going to be doing Believe It's Possible. Yeah, so I give you a little sneak peek. So 100% responsibility. Why you're here. This week, decide what you want. Next week, you got to learn how to fucking believe that shit. You got to believe it. If you don't believe in yourself, I don't know what to tell you. I believe in myself. All right, bitches, I love you. I'm glad you listened. I appreciate you.
Don't miss out. Engage with us weekly, share your thoughts, and let's transform the nursing landscape together.